I'm Owen Hughes. It's time for a road trip. Join me as we tour America's oldest city, St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine lies south of Jacksonville, on Florida's northeastern shore. Juan Ponce de Leon first landed here in 1513 at what is today's Fountain of Youth Park. The city was settled, however, by Admiral Pedro Menendez de Avalos for Spain in 1565, making it the oldest European settlement in the United States. This was 55 years before the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock and 42 years before Jamestown. The town's most significant landmark is Castillo de San Marcos, referred to today as Fort Matanzas. Built in the late 1600s, the fort was made of dried seashells called coquinas. Throughout history, and despite various cannonball attacks by British ships and pirate raids, the fort was never conquered. Castillo de San Marcos was first controlled by Spain, then the British, and back to Spain with the Treaty of Paris in 1783. Spain ceded Florida to the United States in 1819. In the heart of town is St. George Street, a walking hub of shops and fun restaurants. It is here you'll find the oldest wooden schoolhouse in America. This is a walk back in time.
Welcome to the old school and to the mid-1800s. I say that because this is how the nation's oldest wooden schoolhouse looked at that time, and our clothing is of that period.
We was dressed this way in 1931 by graduates of the class of 1864 during the class reunion.
That's right, Johnny. They also decorated this little school the way they remembered it when they were here. As a matter of fact, on the back wall, there are some photographs of the class taken at that reunion and the class roll.
What the headmaster didn't mention was restroom breaks, a bit different in those days. And the cafeteria looked a little different too. The Cathedral Basilica is America's first parish, a blend of Spanish colonial and Renaissance Revival architecture adorns the exterior. Exquisite murals depict scenes from the Catholic Church's development in the New World. The stained glass windows show scenes from the life of St. Augustine of Hippo, for whom the city was named. The cathedral was built in 1793 and took 5 years to build. It was designated as a U.S. National Historic Landmark in 1970. During World War II, the Coast Guard used the St. Augustine Lighthouse as a lookout for enemy ships. This was the first lighthouse established in Florida by the new American government in the 1800s. Today, the lighthouse has nearly 200,000 visitors annually. Before continuing, an ice-cold sangria is the perfect refresher on a sunny Florida afternoon. The city's architecture reflects the town's rich history, including Flagler College. Ohio businessman Henry Flagler originally built the Ponce de Leon Hotel on this site, seeing St. Augustine as a resort destination. With the aid of businessmen Louis Tiffany and Thomas Edison, the hotel included Tiffany windows and chandelier, which still adorn the dining hall today, and electricity, making the hotel one of America's first electric buildings. The hotel closed in 1967 and is now Flagler College, a top-ranked private school in the region. Across from the college stands the Leitner Museum, which originally housed the famed Alcazar Hotel. Chicago publisher and collector Otto Leitner purchased the building in 1946. Exquisite 19th and 20th century artwork dresses the elegant walls throughout. The museum also transitioned the former hotel's luxurious swimming pool into a restaurant for today's guests. After a perfect sunrise the next morning, our tour continues as we travel across town to a one-of-a-kind location. The Golf Hall of Fame was originally located in North Carolina before moving here to St. Augustine. Construction began in 1996 with the grand opening 2 years later. The World Golf Hall of Fame is unique in that it honors both men and women at one site. 2 floors of legendary golfers grace the walls. From photos, artifacts, memorabilia, and replicas like this St. Andrews Bridge at the Old Course. An international game played by men and women from around the world and displayed in a style that embodies the game. Along with hotels and an IMAX theater, the grounds have 3 golf courses, including one designed by Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. Also, a replica of the legendary 17th hole at Sawgrass gives visitors a chance to hit the green, which is something I didn't do. As we head back to town, a stop at San Sebastian Winery is a perfect way to wind down the day. With grapes native to the southeast, your palate will find something of interest here. And for the right place to stay, look no further than the Casa Monica Hotel. Once named the Cordova Hotel in the late 1800s, it was also headquarters for the former Ask Mr. Foster travel agency. It's as elegant a hotel as you'll find in Florida. My tour of St. Augustine gave me a chance to visit the past, appreciate how this ancient city and new world began, and make me wonder, where will my travels take me next?